I'll speak for the whole of America when I say this. I'm not even American. Nobody wants to see Jalen Hurts throw for 134 yards in a Super Bowl, because that's what he'll do if he gets there. Nobody wants to see that. I speak for the whole of America when I say that. If I see one single comment on this video talking about FIFA, by the way, I'm gonna
himself out.
Yeah, I might have to. Should probably address that elephant in the room, because people are gonna click on this video and comment that. If you've clicked on this video to comment about FIFA, just be patient. The FIFA videos will come when they're ready. It's very, what's the word? Rude, I would say, to comment on this video talking about FIFA. Go and comment on the FIFA videos about FIFA. Keep this to the NFL talk. But yeah, I had to get that out of the way because I know for a fact there's at least three people right now have clicked this video and they're about to type FIFA. So stop what you're doing and delete your comments. And let me know in the comments who you're going to pick in the divisional round or the conference round. It's not even divisionals no more. I don't even want to talk about the divisional round, but it's what we're going to do for the first 20 minutes of this video. So, should we just jump right in, boys? Have you got your scores lined up for the divisional round? I don't even want to talk about mine. So I went. Don't tell me I went 1 and 3. I went 1 and 3, and we'll do our intros now because Kia's reminded me. Yeah, you see, bro, I said 1 and 3. I'm all like down today after last week's picks, but we'll do our intros. It's Nameless, aka Billy Walters Jr. I'm not wearing the Ravens jersey right now. Let's not talk about that. I'm wearing the Chicago jersey though. Well, not jersey, but shirt. That's to remind me about something we've got to talk about later. But introducing on my left, you can tell what team he supports. He looks like an offensive coordinator right now.
I'm Crab or Key, Nick Bosa enthusiast, and that's all you need to know.
Oh yes, and then representing the Packers.
Qusic. I'm ready to shit on one of these teams for sure.
Well, the boys repping the teams. I feel bad for not repping mine today, but it is what it is. I literally wore this shirt just to remind me to bring up Chicago later. So if I do forget, please remind me to bring up Chicago again. But the divisional round is over. I went 1 and 3. Boys, what was your scores for the divisional round?
I went 2 and 2, so not too much better.
And Key?
I went 3 and 1.
3 and 1. What does that bring us to overall? Because I went 4 and 2 in the wildcard round. So I'm 5 and 5. Wait. Yeah.
I don't even remember.
You went 2 and you both went 2 and 4, no, in the wildcard.
Did we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. We might be drawing.
So I'm 5 and 5.
It's getting real close between all of us.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the scores don't really matter. You can see our regular season scores on the screen during the intros. I, of course, won the regular season. Just got to flex that. It doesn't matter what happens postseason. Well, sound like a Packers fan there. But it's the AFC and the NFC finals. 2 teams in each of these finals, which some people might not have expected. The AFC final is going to be the Chiefs against the Bills, and the NFC side is a divisional matchup, Eagles against the Commanders. Before we get into that, we're going to review those picks last week. So the first game of the week was the Chiefs against the Texans. I believe we all picked the Chiefs to go out there and beat the Texans, which they did. Very weird game, very controversial game with the flags from the refs and also that safety at the end, which I know from Twitter caused a lot of people to lose a lot of money on the point spread. I don't even know why they took that safety. I don't even know, like, that. It didn't even make sense to me why they would take the safety. Any insight?
I think it's just.
It was just like a punt gives them a chance of a Hail Mary, really, isn't it?
Yeah, but then giving them a safety gives them the ball back anyway.
I think it was just to run more time off the clock. I've seen that happen a lot before where there'll be 10 seconds left. And instead of punting it away, they'll just hold onto the ball, give up 2 points instead of potentially any more. That kind of thing.
Yeah. So that was a bit weird. Controversial calls with the Chiefs and the refs. But I mean, that's what we say every week with the Chiefs and the refs. So Texans got beat. CJ Stroud went home after costing me in the wildcard round. Next game was then the Lions, number 1 seeds, of course, played the first games. Lions against Commanders, bro. Absolutely insane game. 45 points for the Commanders, 31 for the Lions. In last week's preview for this game, The line was set at total game points 55.5, and all three of us said that's a bit high, especially for a playoff game. We don't think there's going to be 55 points in this one. It was 55 points in the second quarter, it felt like. So, yeah. I mean, I did say it would be a close game last week. I said, give me Commanders with the points on the spread, but I don't think I said Commanders outright winner. I don't think anyone saw this. And now they play a divisional rival with the Eagles in the NFC Championship game. What a crazy game. Anything to talk about there?
You got anything, Kreb? No?
No.
I'll go ahead then. I wrote up a little thing to talk about here. And before I get too far into it, I want to say this doesn't apply to all fans. It just applies to a lot of fans that I've seen.
Oh, yeah.
So
I'll give you the floor, Q.
Yeah. First of all, in 2011, Packers became the first ever 15-win team to not win a game in the playoffs. That was embarrassing. And in 2024, the Lions replicated that feat. They went 15-2 and didn't win a single playoff game. And with that, I'd just like to personally say, welcome to hell, Lions fans. Fucking rest in piss, bozos. Are you fucking kidding me? After how you guys acted all fucking season, this is the outcome that you deserve. Packers at least lost to the eventual Super Bowl champions. You guys better pray on your fucking hands and knees that these commies win the Super Bowl to save yourself from any more fucking embarrassment. Oh my god, dude. Best season in franchise history, and it ends without a single playoff victory? Are you shitting me? It's fucking ridiculous. The Lions have been good for what, 2 seasons now? And they want to claim that they're the best fans of all time when they haven't even shown up for how many fucking years the Lions have been around? Oh my god, this team has just pissed me off so bad. They want to claim that the Packers have no real fans when we've sold out all our home games since 1960, and they haven't shown up till the past 2 years. They want to talk about how the Packers are a irrelevant franchise when we literally have more Super Bowl rings in the Super Bowl era than the Lions do fucking playoff wins. Is this a joke? Oh my god, dude. They want to talk about they're the division champs and that they're kings of the North. A couple of years ago, the Buccaneers won this division more recently than the Lions. It has just been a travesty for these Lions, and they want to talk about how they're king shit of fuck mountain. I cannot stand these guys. I have so much more to say, but I think I've said quite enough already, so I'll just leave it there.
Oh man, Lions fans getting a well-deserved cooking, I would say. I did low-key feel bad for the Lions, specifically Dan Campbell, like seeing his post-game conference when he was like near enough crying. I did low-key feel bad for the Lions, but you know, Lions fans, bro, the crazy stat I heard last week while this game was on, the average ticket price for that game was $850. That was the average. $850. I was seeing Lions fans in the crowd, like looking distraught. I bet you, guarantee, some Lions fans bought the ticket and then put money on the Lions to win the game to try and make the ticket money back. So to have a double L like that, it's crazy. But gotta give a shout out to Jaden Daniels, JD5, my boy. I hate the fact that he has to play for the Commanders, but he went for 299 yards, 2 touchdowns, 51 rushing yards. That guy is a G. He's an absolute G. I don't know how the Eagles are going to be able to stop him this week, because for me, he's probably my favorite player left in the competition right now, and I will be tuning in. Sadly, we'll get to the pick shortly, but I can't wait to see what he does. So rest in peace to the Lions fans who did lose a lot of money if you did go to that game. Moving on to the next game of the week, which would have been Eagles-Rams. Eagles-Rams, crazy game. The snow came in Philly. I didn't even know it snowed like that in Philly. You know, I put the game on. I was in work for the game, so I just had headphones in, and I saw the first few drives. It was clean. By the time I got home from work, I turned the TV on, and I was like, what is this, the Polar Express, bro? What is going on here? Speaking of the Polar Express, Saquon Barkley was out there running like a train on tracks. That guy, bro. It was a bad week to take under for yards for Saquon. I thought for some reason the Rams going into that game, you know what you need to do with the Eagles? Stop Saquon. Because Jalen Hurts can't throw them to a win. Jalen Hurts can't throw them to a win when AJ Brown's out there reading. Devontae Smith is a dog, but he's not getting targets. Stop Saquon. Saquon ends up going for like 200 yards. So, we all picked the Eagles, right, for that one?
Yep.
No, I picked the Rams. Yeah. So we didn't all pick the Eagles. I picked the Rams. Yeah, I mean, bro, I trusted Matthew Stafford a lot more than I trust Jalen Hurts. I mean, it was a tough one, bro. Without Saquon, you know what I mean? Those Eagles don't even make the playoffs. Without Saquon, they don't make the playoffs. So it is what it is. Unfortunate, I don't know whether it was the conditions that made the difference. No, it wasn't actually. It was the Kyron Williams fumble, which I guess you could blame on the conditions, but you pay double for turnovers in the playoffs. You know, it's a common saying in this sport that you pay double for turnovers, and I think it was 1 point difference between the two teams. I think it was 14-13, maybe something like that when Kyron Williams fumbled it, and from there it was a bad recipe right there, fumbling in the playoffs in the snow. Speaking of the Ravens against the Bills, I of course picked the Ravens. That's my team MVP. Lamar Jackson MV3. Mark Andrews, bro, keep your head up, man. I know it's easy to blame Mark Andrews, but I mean, Lamar, obviously that's my guy, but he had a few turnovers, the fumble, interception, and you pay double for turnovers in the playoffs. Again, I'm saying it. You know, Mark Andrews has been getting a lot of hate, a lot of stick online for this game. But at the end of the day, you know what I mean? Even if we scored the 2-pointer, there was still 1 minute 30 left on the clock. And with Josh Allen, they could have got in field goal range. Even if it went to overtime, there's no guarantee that Ravens still would have won in overtime, you know? So I think it is unfair to blame Mark Andrews, but you have to catch that. You absolutely have to catch that. But let's not stay on that for too long. Any thoughts about the Ravens game, boys? Because you both picked Q, you picked the Ravens, right? Key, you did pick the Bills to hate on me. Anything to say, Key, since you were the only one who got it right?
I picked the Bills because I like Josh Allen. I like the Ravens. The boy introduced me to Hard Knocks, the show, and I've watched a couple episodes, and I'm warming to the Ravens. I really am. I'm only on hate watch of the Cowboys because Cowboys. You know what I mean, I only winded up with the Cowboys because fuck the Cowboys. But anyway, yeah. It was a good game. It was. I feel like you can blame Mark Andrews. You really can. But if you watch the whole season before the playoffs, then Mark Andrews was one of the big pieces. You know what I mean? Like Mark Andrews made some great catches throughout the season. He was making great plays. It's just one of them. It was a momentary lapse, and you hate to see it, but
yeah, it damn near felt like he scored a touchdown in like every single game this season as well.
Yeah, that's
you
what
know.
I mean.
So
and like even like 3rd and 10s and like 3rd and whatevers, like he was making big catches. He was getting big first downs for his all season, and then that just happens to happen, and it's sad, but you know what? The Ravens are a good team. They'll be back next season. Let's not act like they're not gonna be. If they keep Derrick Henry, that is. I know he's on a 1 year, but yeah, it was a good game. It was a really, really good game. Glad they picked the Bills.
anything to add, Q?
Um, I think the only thing I really have to add is this whole stigma around Lamar being a playoff choker. I saw this one thing, and I don't know if you've heard of this guy named Peyton Manning. He turned out to be a pretty decent quarterback throughout the years, but he didn't win shit in his first 7 seasons. And we look at Lamar, how he hasn't really won that much in the playoffs yet. But Peyton Manning went out a 2-time Super Bowl champion, arguably top 10 all time. And I'm not saying that's the exact path Lamar's going to follow, but I'm saying that I think it's still way too early in his career to be labeling him as a playoff choker and a guy that can't get it done, because he's the one that's been getting them there in the first place.
Absolutely agree with that sentiment. You know, some of the discourse that I've seen online since this game has just been absolutely stupid, bro. For lack of better terms, it's been stupid. People really snitch on themselves when it comes to playoff football for who actually watches the games and who doesn't. I saw this clip on Twitter before of this podcast of these 3 guys, one of them being a Ravens fan backing Lamar, the other 3 trying to jump on him. And all they're doing is bringing up stats and this stat and that stat. And it's like, and they're bringing up stats from 2020. And it's like, bro, we're in 2025. Lamar Jackson's about to become a 3-time MVP. Go and watch the games. Lamar did turn the ball over. He had the bad fumble. But that's just Lamar. You know, he doesn't like to take those sacks, throw the ball away. Because look how many times this season he's avoided those sacks, got out the pocket, made a play, scored a touchdown, scored something. Did it against the Steelers the other week. That's just who Lamar is. You know, obviously the fumble, you pay double for it. The interception was weird too. You know, Lamar, I think he threw, 4 interceptions this whole season? And then for him to go and throw that one, it was a bit like, that was weird. You know, that's literally my feeling when it happened. I was like, that was just weird, you know?
Yeah, he had like it wasn't like a 10-1 touchdown int ratio.
It was
Yeah.
more than that because it was 41 touchdowns to 4 picks. But yeah,
Yeah, so
It's a hard one, man. It is because like fumbles are the worst. Like even the Super Bowl last year, CMC dropping it, that broke my heart. But you know, it's gone. You know what I mean? People forget about it. Which we would like to shout out the Bills fans. Did you see the Bills fans donated like $35,000 to like a um charity that Mark Andrews supports for like diabetes? I don't know if
yeah.
that was in like a bad way or like a mocking way, but still, the charity got money. So
I mean,
No, I don't.
a charity
They
getting
weren't
money
mocking
is,
him.
it's, you know. But I mean, at the end of the day, fuck the Bills fans. I don't even care, bro. Mid-ass team, whole team full of mid. Josh Allen got up there and started spitting rhetorics that nobody's been talking about. He got on there and started saying, we've heard all year how we're not big enough, we can't stop the run. Who the fuck said that about the Bills? Nobody. No, I don't think anyone even talks about the Bills. Mid-ass team, Matt Collins is out there, freaky ass, wearing no socks and no shoes to the games. Put some shoes on, bro. You know what I mean? Weird ass. Weirdo. That guy's a weirdo. And he made like one catch and started celebrating like he won the whole fucking Super Bowl, bro. I can't wait to see his freaky toe ass get fucking kicked out the playoffs next week. But let me not even stay on that for too long. You can see it's still fresh wounds because, bro, whole team full of mid. Matt Milano, lad. Whole team full of mid. Von Miller's out here moving slower than I don't even know. Travis Kelce, bro. You see how slow Von Miller was once he picked up that fumble? I don't care if he returned it for 45 yards, bro. He's out there having a slow off with Travis Kelce. But, yo, hey. It was tough, man.
Oh,
It
look
was...
Ooh, look at me. I'm Josh Allen. I'm engaged to Haley Steinfeld. I'm playing at an MVP level this year. Fuck this guy.
Literally, bro. Literally, like... Josh Allen's the only player in that team who I actually like. You know? Like, I really fuck with Josh Allen. I've said it from the beginning. You know, I really do like Josh Allen. But, bro, he threw for like 140 yards, bro. The Bills didn't win that game. The Ravens lost it. That's all I'll say. You know?
Josh Allen won that game.
Josh Allen won that game with
I think-
140 yards. Fuck out of here, bro.
I think there's a real argument to be made that JD5 had the best passing game of this round of the playoffs because he looked at everybody else.
Oh,
And,
100%?
I mean, outside of like maybe Matt Stafford, I can't remember if he had. I think Stafford had a fumble, but he was good through the air. I can't remember if the Eagles got a pick or not. But regardless of that, JD5 has just been outplaying everybody. Everybody else is going to need to step it up if they want to win the next round. And JD5 is just going to keep looking to continue his success so far.
Yeah, exactly. I can't remember who it was. I think it was the Eagles. One of the Eagles coordinators, he said that Jaden Daniels is a rookie quarterback by passport only, or by birth certificate only, because he is not a rookie quarterback by tape. Because if you watch the stuff this guy does, the throws he can make, it's ridiculous. Matthew Stafford as well, like some of the dimes he was throwing, there was this one ball, I think Puka was on a corner, and it went over Slay's head. Puka caught it and went out of bounds. He needed to go out of bounds because they were driving down the field with like 1 minute left, and I'm like, that is an absolute perfect pass. I'm so like sad that the Eagles are through, bro. Should we make our picks though for this week? I think we've covered all we need to cover with the divisional round. Into the conference championships, then the AFC conference championship will start there. In fact, no, let's start with the NFC because that's the first game. It's going to be 8 p.m. UK time on, of course, Sunday, the 26th of January. Now, in the intro, as you would have seen on the screen, I'm a Ravens fan. I'm also a Cowboys fan. Yeah, I have two teams, one in the AFC, one in the NFC. If the Ravens and the Cowboys ever play each other in the Super Bowl, I don't even know who I would support, but the thought of the Cowboys making a Super Bowl in my lifetime, I can't even imagine it. So, as a Cowboys fan, seeing the Eagles versus Commanders in the NFC Championship game, like, find me the rope. You know what I mean? Like, I don't even know. The only, like, what's the word? Shining light in this game is JD5, because I like that guy even before he became a star for the Commanders, you know? So, I mean, if you want me to take off with the picks, bro, I'm picking the Commanders. Fuck the Eagles. I'll speak for the whole of America when I say this. I'm not even American. Nobody wants to see Jalen Hurts throw for 134 yards in a Super Bowl, because that's what he'll do if he gets there. Nobody wants to see that. I speak for the whole of America when I say that. So I'm picking the Commanders. I want to see JD5, the best rookie quarterback of all time, go to the Super Bowl and win it. That's what I want right now. Yes, I'm saying I want the Commanders to win a Super Bowl, but, bro, to see that, JD5 as a rookie in one season, turning this team around for the Commanders, winning a Super Bowl, that would be just poetic. So I'm picking the Commanders. Fuck the Eagles. Shout out to Philly, though. As a state, I like the people of Philly. You know, everything I've seen out of there, I do like the people. But the Eagles, though, that's where I draw the line. Saquon Barkley, I fuck with you, bro. But Jalen Hurts, I'm a hater. I'm a hater of Jalen Hurts. Nobody wants to see your 134-yard average ass in the Super Bowl. So fuck out of here. JD5 is going to throw the Commanders to a win, despite them having a lackluster run defense. Key, I'll throw it over to you before I start cooking the Eagles some more. Who are you taking in this game?
So I don't have much to say about this one. The Eagles, the team's good. Jalen Hurts stinks. Nick Sirianni, I hate you. Commanders, again, another team I'm not really fussed about, but Luke McCaffrey.
What's the hate with Nick Sirianni? Because you say this every time, but I don't know what the beef is.
He's just such a dick. Like, have you seen him on the videos? It's like he'll beat like the Giants by 1 point, and he's running around like.
Oh, you know, win's a win. I just didn't know what the beef was, because you bring his name up every time we mention the Eagles, and I didn't know what the.
He's just so egotistical. Q can back it up. He's such a dick. He's like that kid in school who, like, I don't know, yeah, you like repeat your joke louder. You know what I mean?
That's literally you, bro. That's literally, this guy literally did that to me in work the other day. Q. This guy literally did that. This guy. Oh man, you look like Nick Sirianni, boy. With if he worked for the 49ers, but
he has become what he sought to destroy. You hate to see it.
Dark Knight feeling, die and be a hero, or live long enough to see yourself become the villain. Keem, anything more to add on this game? In fact, you haven't even made your pick yet. Of course, there's more to add.
So, I like Luke McCaffrey. Obviously, it's CMC's brother. JD5, unbelievable. Zach Ertz, he's a commander, isn't he?
He is ex-Eagle.
Yeah, I like him too. I just dislike the Eagles, man. I don't want to see Jalen Hurts in the Super Bowl, 2 touchdowns, both off QB sneaks. Get a grip. I am taking the Washington Commanders.
Let's go. Q, are you making it a 3-peat for the Commanders, or are you going to take the favourites in the Eagles?
You know, you made an interesting point earlier, how you said you love the people of Philly but hate the Eagles. I feel like my sentiment is reversed on that. I like the Eagles, but the people there have historically not been the greatest. These are the same guys that threw snowballs at Santa when he came to a game, and they want to talk about the city of brotherly love. Yeah, man, all right. But I think I'm still going to pick the Eagles in this game. It's definitely going to go either way. We've seen JD5 prove that he can beat incredible teams already. Like, just beat the Lions last week. But I can see this going down to the wire. But I think the experience of the Eagles been to a Super Bowl already. Their coaching staff has been to – a lot of them have probably been in the building for 2 Super Bowls now. I think that experience is just going to barely – put them over the edge against the Commanders here. It's going to be a really fun and close game to see, but I'm going Philly on this one.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, the bookies right now have it as the Eagles as 6-point favourites. So the spread is currently 6 points to the Eagles. Again, I think the Commanders could cover that spread, or, well, if you pick the Commanders with the spread, I think you'd win. I think the Commanders win outright, though, to be honest. Like, I mentioned this last week, and I guess it didn't really affect the game that much, but the Eagles lost a massive piece on defense against, I think it was against the Packers. Nakobe Dean got injured, out for the season. He, linebacker for the Eagles, incredible player. I said he's worth himself at least like 3 points. And then against, obviously, the Rams last week, who knows what could have happened if it didn't end up snowing there. But, Bro, I really like the Commanders in this spot. You know, it's a divisional game too. These two teams know each other better than any other team. They've played each other twice already this year. Obviously, Jalen Hurts went out the last time these played with a concussion, right? That's when he picked up the concussion, I believe. And Kenny Pickett finished the game. So obviously it's going to be a different, and Commanders won with the last second touchdown. As we've said so many times, it feels like this season with the Commanders, leaving it down to the wire. Definitely didn't come down to the wire though in that Lions game, bro. They went out there and cooked. But, bro, I really like the Commanders in this spot. Obviously, like I say, again, Zach Ertz playing his old team. Will he have a big game? Go out there and show, oh, you didn't want me. This is what you're missing type shit. You know what I mean? It's like when your girl leaves you and you have a glow up and you're like, you need to flex all your gym progress pictures to be like, look what you've missed out on. And if he can do that with a Super Bowl ring, did he win the Super Bowl with the Eagles already, Zach Ertz?
Yeah.
Was he there for that? Yeah. So, I mean, that would be... I mean, obviously, I know this isn't the Super Bowl game. They would have to still win another one after. But still, bro, to win the NFC Championship against the Eagles would be poetic for Zach Ertz. He's a player that I'm a big fan of. On the defensive side, for the Commanders, I said this last week when they were going up against the Lions. They have pieces on that defense. Don't sleep on that Commanders defense. Obviously, I know statistically they can't stop the run. And going up against the best runner in the NFL right now, Saquon Barkley, that's going to be... could be a recipe for disaster. But, bro, Bobby Wagner, that's a Super Bowl champion right there too. He won it with the Seahawks, right? Back in those days. How many years has it been since that now?
That was, oh my God, I think that was like 2013?
Yeah, I was going to say
Was
like
it?
2012.
I think he got drafted in 2012. Bobby Wagner, I don't think he won it as a rookie.
Let me double check.
Yeah,
so the
cool.
Seahawks last one, 2014.
2014. I was going to predict that actually. But yeah, so you've got Bobby Wagner in there. He's got bags of experience, Super Bowl experience you want to talk about. Obviously experience from the coaches on the Eagles side, but there's experience from the players here with the Commanders team. I mentioned Luvu as well on the Commanders defense. Great player. Jeremy Chin as well. Big fan of his. Now, the Eagles struggled last week against the Rams with the pass rush. That Rams defense, bro, I did not realize they were that good. I was about to say a bad word, Sam Darnold. They took him down.
Oh my God.
They pinned him down, stripped his helmet off, and punched his head in. They did the same with Jalen Hurts. I think Jalen Hurts got sacked like 7 times last week. Something like that.
I saw him go down a lot, yeah.
Yeah, so I don't think the Commanders' pass rush is going to give Jalen Hurts as much of a problem, but there's still players out there. You know, Dante Fowler Jr., he can go and get you some sacks. Even send a Bobby Wagner on a Mike Blitz. I would like to see that and see how the Eagles cope. That Eagles O-line, though, they're a problem. Did you see the Jalen Hurts touchdown run? The way there was an O-lineman who went with him and had no one to block. That was insane.
No, they got one of the best O-line units in the whole entire league. And also, just real quick on your Bobby Wagner point, he was there for the Seahawks championship.
There we go.
So he's got that experience too.
Yeah. So, where was I taking that? I can't even remember. I think that's enough analysis, though, for the Commanders game. I like the Commanders in this spot, man. It's going to be a good game regardless. NFC football. I was going to say always is, but actually, I think the AFC is the better side of football to watch, personally. I think there's more talent over there. AFC Championship game, then. It's the Bills traveling to Arrowhead. In fact, let me throw it back to the Eagles point. Actually, I forgot. This is at the Eagles ground. This is going to be in Philly, so the weather could play a factor again here. It's at Philly Stadium. I'm forgetting this isn't the Super Bowl, and it's not at a neutral ground. It's going to be in Philly. So that could... I don't know what the weather report is right now, but that is massive. That could play a massive part. We saw what happened last week. But...
I mean... I was going to say, if it's anything like New Orleans was yesterday, we're in for a hell of a game. Did you see all the snow that they're getting down there?
No.
In fucking Louisiana, of all places? That's ridiculous. There are people playing street hockey on Bourbon Street and throwing snowballs at each other. It's the first time a lot of people have seen this shit in their lives. I just hope everybody's driving safe, because Lord knows, first time driving in snow is not like driving regularly at all.
Yeah, no, for real. On Key's point before, I told him to watch the AFC North Hard Knocks. I finished it last night. There was a whole scene of at the Ravens, John Harbaugh, the whole team for like a team meeting because they were going. They were playing against Pittsburgh, and it was around the time when it was snowing. John Harbaugh gave the whole team a speech on how to drive in the snow. So if he was like, if the back end kicks out, you've got to turn slowly towards it, and he was like trying to teach them how to drive in the snow in case the car skid. So yeah, man, drive safe, drink responsibly. Don't drink and drive. That made it sound like I'm saying drive and drink. That's not the point I was making. The points are separate, 3 separate points. Drink responsibly, gamble responsibly, and drive safe. Yeah, we are responsible over here on this show. Speaking of,
None of those should cross over.
Yeah.
Don't gamble and drive.
Keep them all
no.
separate.
Don't
Keep them
drink
all
and
separate.
gamble either. Drinking and gambling is a bad recipe, let me tell you, as Billy Walters Jr. Yeah, so anyway, let's move on to the AFC. I think we've done enough NFC analysis. I'm still sick as a Cowboys fan that the Commanders are playing the Eagles in the championship and the Cowboys didn't even make the playoffs. But it's going to be the Buffalo Bills traveling to Arrowhead to play the Chiefs. Who wants to take this one first? Because I want to go last. Key, you want to take it? Go for it, bro.
I would like to apologise to Travis Kelce. I've been saying he's washed. I've been saying he's cooked. I've been saying he's not the same guy. And he came out, I think it was 2 receptions straight away for like 70 yards, something along those lines. Insane. He's not the greatest ever, but he's up there with them. I think... I don't want to say that my picks are purely off not wanting to see a Chiefs-Eagles Super Bowl, but that's a big factor. Because if it's the Chiefs versus the Eagles in the Super Bowl, I want both teams to lose. I want Bane to come out and just... You know what I'm saying? You guys get it. Yeah, I don't want to say I like the Chiefs team, because I hate the Chiefs. They're obviously a good team. Patty Mahomes, unbelievable. Travis Kelce's unbelievable. Obviously, Xavier Worthy didn't really get it going. Last time I checked, last game I think he was on like -6 rushing yards. Last time I checked, and yeah, it's not the best, is it? Let's be honest. I know they haven't really got D-Hop going either, but I think it'd be a good game. I'm sticking true to the Buffalo Bills, and sticking true to Josh Allen being Super Bowl MVP. So I am taking the Buffalo Bills. My guy Josh Allen. Let's get this bread. Let's go.
Q, over to you.
Yeah. I don't know if you guys remember the Kendrick and Drake rap beef last year. I'm sure everybody remembers. But there's this one guy who made a video, and I'm
Be
about
careful
to
mentioning
recreate
Drake,
it
by
with
the way.
these-
He might include us in the lawsuit. Yeah, let's
yeah.
go on.
Yeah, there's a rap beef between an unnamed American and an unnamed Canadian, and some guy made a video talking about how one of these people needed to drop a diss track and his life would be his. I got the same kind of vibe going on over here. I got sitting over here. I was practicing this the other day. I'm probably gonna butcher it now, but I'm just sitting here. I'm like, Lynn, drop this devil from the playoffs. My life is yours. Look, the Kansas City Chiefs, they have been, I hate to say it, a good team. All right? They haven't played super well all year. They've been bailed out by the refs a lot. Last second wacky plays to win these games, but they've made it all the way here. The thing that pisses me off about the Chiefs is they are good enough to win these games without the help of the refs, but they just keep getting it, and it is just so absolutely frustrating to watch. Look, I'm not saying the Chiefs can't win. I'm saying I don't want them to win. I'm picking the Bills. If any year the Bills are finally going to get over that hump and go to the Super Bowl, it's going to be this year. Josh Allen, it's look, he's got the best PR in the league. I think Lamar played better. Allen's probably going to win the MVP based off of his PR and beating Lamar in the playoffs. I just hope that he can go ahead and beat Patrick Mahomes too. Patrick Mahomes one of, if not the greatest quarterback of all time. I don't even want to think about that other guy potentially. But yeah, man, I'm going Bills. Allen, my life is yours if you beat Patrick Mahomes this week.
I honestly thought you were going to lean back and go, mustard!
Oh, man. Well, I wanted you two to go first because I had a feeling that you would pick the Bills. And I am playing devil's advocate in this role. I'm going to pick the Kansas City Chiefs to go ahead and beat the Buffalo Bills. I love Josh Allen. Don't get me wrong. I've said this every time we mention the Buffalo Bills. I really like Josh. I really like his wife-to-be. Haley Steinfeld, you can see her on the wall behind me, or at least a character that she voices. Big fan of her work. Big fan of Josh Allen's work. But this is the Kansas City Chiefs. This is in Arrowhead. You know, the Bills aren't going to get bailed out with the home crowd. There's going to be times when Josh Allen can't make adjustments because he can't hear himself think. In Arrowhead, it gets that loud over there. There's going to be times when they've got to burn timeouts, first half and second half, because they can't get a play going. So they're going to have to spend timeouts. This is my prediction. This is how the game's going to go. They're going to waste timeouts, which will cost them late on in the game, obviously, if they need to go on a game-winning drive or anything like that. And then on the Chiefs side, like Key mentioned, they haven't really got the receivers going. I think D-Hop and Hollywood Brown combined for 0 catches last week, I believe, against the Texans. You know what I mean? That's the same amount of catches that all three of us had put together. Biggest threat for the Chiefs in the postseason is, of course, Travis Kelce. I said to Key last week, the over-under for Travis Kelce receiving yards was 55. 55 yards. And I said to Key, this is playoff Travis Kelce. Put money on that right now. This is cash money. He didn't listen to me. 2 catches in, he hit his total. This week it's up at 70. I still like Travis Kelce to go for 70 in this game. You look at the threat of Travis Kelce. You look at D-Hop, Hollywood Brown. I know they didn't have catches. Xavier Worthy, of course. The Chiefs' run game isn't great with Kareem Hunt and Isaiah Pacheco. My homeboy can get his legs going now. Patrick Mahomes, bro. I said to Key, yo, longest rush for Patrick Mahomes was at 12.5. I think he took off in the first quarter for 14 yards, and I was like, I should have took it. But like Q said, this guy has the chance to win the three-peat. Patrick Mahomes, my homeboy. He has the chance to go down as one of the greatest to ever do it. He already is one of the greatest to ever do it. He's got a long way to go to catch 12, though, with those rings. But winning a three-peat, bro, that is something that we might never see again. I'm taking the Chiefs to beat the Buffalo Bills, and the Bills can go home. Mac Hollins can walk his sorry, no sock wearing ass home. I don't know why this guy is getting... Mac Hollins, if you ever see this, bro, you're the scapegoat right now. I've got to take the anger out on somebody, and it's your freaky ass that is getting all of the hate right now. Yeah, so give me the Chiefs, man. I'm taking Chiefs. I'm taking Commanders for the Super Bowl. And I'm taking... Don't forget, boys, the Bills are going to play the Chiefs and the refs. It's a 2-on-1. You know? So, give me the Chiefs, give me Commanders for the Super Bowl. Should we do Super Bowl predictions since we've made our conference championship predictions now? We may as well, right?
Why not, yeah.
So, we've all got a different Super Bowl then, because I've got Chiefs, Commanders. Key has Bills, Commanders, and Q, you went with Eagles, Bills, right?
Eagles.
So we've all got a different matchup. I'll take it away and just say... In fact, I won't take it away because I need some time to think about this. Key, do you want to go first? For your Super Bowl prediction?
Score-wise, are we going?
No, because so you've said it's going to be in the Super Bowl, Commanders against the Bills. So who do you think wins that matchup between the Commanders and the Bills in the Super Bowl?
Oh yeah, Bills. I think Bills destroyed them. I think if it happens, Bills, Commanders, I'm gonna score prediction. No, screw it. I'm gonna say 27-17. That's gonna be my score prediction. Josh Allen, 2 passing touchdowns, and Super Bowl MVP. Calling it there.
Cool. In fact, let me rebuttal that. if the Commanders do make the Super Bowl, I don't see them dropping 17 points. You know, they just dropped 45 against the Lions. This is a team that can put up scores. If they do play the Bills, that will be a very high scoring game. Josh Allen versus JD5, bro, I can see that one being another 45 to 31, like the Lions game was, if that is the outcome. In fact, I'll run in now because I picked Commanders to go with the Chiefs. Chiefs defense is great, bro. I forgot to mention this talking about the Bills. I know Josh Allen doesn't take that many sacks. He's a tough man to get down. I say this every time with Josh Allen. He's built like a damn linebacker, you know. And you'd think better, bro, if you saw him in the backfield. You wouldn't think he was a quarterback just from looking at him. But you know, last week you had Carl Loftus. I know he was playing against that butter O-line that the Texans have. George Karlaftis was out there like a hot knife through that, but a hat trick of sacks, a sack trick, if I will. I don't even know if that's an official phrase. It should be. Or in fact, no, it shouldn't. A sack trick sounds crazy. Like if you actually think about it, though.
It's like what Nick Wright was doing to the Chiefs all year.
A
sack trick is crazy. It's like, what are you doing with the sack? Is like, what's the trick? Anyway, Carl Loftus, bro, he is 0.5 sack away from being the sack leader in the playoffs. So could he get that sack against Josh Allen? I could see it. Chris Jones is back, obviously, for that D-line again for the Chiefs. The defense is just solid, man. It really is. But against the Commanders, I can still see the Commanders putting up points. So for my Super Bowl prediction, Chiefs against Commanders, my head says pick the Chiefs. My heart says JD5 and the Commanders for the upset. Upset the Lions. Upset the Eagles. Go and upset the Chiefs. Go all the way. And then JD5 will become the best rookie quarterback of all time. That will be the best rookie season of all time, surely. Has a rookie quarterback ever won the Super Bowl? I don't think they have. So, has a rookie quarterback ever been to the Super Bowl before? Dan Marino, I feel like, did he go in his rookie season, or am I tripping?
The only guy I was thinking of is Big Ben, but I'm not sure.
I love making up these stats. It's been a while. So play the clip.
Nice argument, Senator. Why don't you back it up with a source?
My source is that I made it the fuck up.
My source is that I made it the fuck up. For some reason I feel like Dan Marino. In fact, no
rookie quarterback has made it yet. Just in case.
Dan Marino never won the Super Bowl.
Nope.
I thought he won it. I'm tripping.
Nope.
He played in a Super Bowl against Joe Montana, though. Okay, that's where I'm getting the Dan Marino Super Bowl from. So, JD5, go and make history, man. Go and make history, bro. The guy's special. Q, over to you for your Super Bowl prediction based on your conference picks.
Dude, if we get a Bills-Eagles Super Bowl, I think New Orleans is going to run out of alcohol. These are definitely two of the craziest fan bases in the entire league. You might not hear the announcers over this crowd. It's going to be a great game if those two make it. I think we're going to get a high scoring, like 30. I'm predicting like 30-24. I think Bills are barely going to edge it out here. I think we're going to have a similar situation with the Chiefs-Eagles Super Bowl a little while ago, where it came down to a Hail Mary, just fell short. It's going to be one of those kind of games. I think Bills have just been better all year. The Saquon Barkley, I think, is the biggest factor, because like we talked about before, Jalen Hurts hasn't played his best ball yet. He's going to need to against the Commanders if he wants to make the Super Bowl. But I'm still going to go with the Bills to win in this hypothetical.
If I see Jalen Hurts in the Super Bowl, I might not even watch it. I know we run an NFL show here. I know we are supposed to be unbiased. Well, I mean, we're fans, bro. You know what I mean? It's going to come down to bias at the end of the day. But, bro, if I see Jalen Hurts in a Super Bowl, oh my, bro. If it's Chiefs against Eagles too, take under for game points, because that is going to be a smelly game. If it's Chiefs against the Eagles, bro, you know what I mean? And I know my homeboy can get the job done, but like for real, they don't be scoring points. I still think to this day they still haven't scored over 30, right, this season. Against the Texans last week, it was 27 or 24 again. Bro, if they put up less than 30 and win it, and so then the Eagles have to put up like 17. Oh my God, I don't even want to watch. I don't even want to. Let's not even manifest it, actually. Let's not even think about that. We want to see entertaining football, and a quarterback throwing for 130 yards is not entertaining. Saquon Barkley, yeah, he can run for 300 if he wants to, bro, but when a QB is throwing for 80, nobody wants to see it. In a QB-dominated league, too, bro, I can't wait to watch these games on the weekend. I've said this every single week. Sometimes it's more fun and enjoyable to watch than others, like when our teams are winning or when our bets are winning. But with that being said, gamble responsibly, drink responsibly to anyone who is going to be out this weekend watching these games. Don't get in any fights. You know what I mean? Violence is never the answer. But betting on the Commanders to win the Super Bowl at 7-1 odds is the answer. Gamble responsibly, but 7-1 to win the Super Bowl, that's looking very tasty right now to me. Anything to add, boys, before we slowly decline into degeneracy and talk about more gambling props? Anything to add?
I was gonna say, sorry. I was gonna say that I'm pretty sure the last quarterback rookie to be in the championship round was Brock Purdy. In 2022, I think Jimmy Garoppolo got us up and then got injured. Brock came in, beat the Cowboys, and then faced the Eagles in the conference finals, and then got injured and we lost, sadly. But yeah, little insight.
Some good insight there.
I mean, they've got close, but still yet to see a rookie in the Super Bowl. Potential this year for sure, and that's going to be exciting to watch if it happens.
It's gotta be. It's gotta be Commanders against Chiefs, because think about how the league can sell this too. If you think the league's scripted, on one side, you have my homeboy, three-peat history. On the other side, first rookie quarterback to make the Super Bowl. History on both sides. The script writers, yet again, absolutely cooking. However, in that script writer room, I know Josh Allen has a member of his PR team in there. So they're like, so we got married. We put on an MVP season. What do you mean we're not making the Super Bowl? Like, what's the trade-off there? Do you know what I mean? So, yeah, I mean, it's going to be such a good weekend to watch. Anything to add on the games before we move on to the next segment of the show? No? Well, I said I'm wearing the Chicago shirt. I wanted to bring this up a bit earlier. I probably should have brought it up when we were reviewing last week with the Lions. The Detroit Lions, Q had a few kind words to say about those guys earlier on. But it's going to be tough next season for the Detroit Lions. I know they've got a few players coming back from injury. They've been struck with injury all season on the defensive side, especially. David Montgomery went out for a bit. Him, by the way, he was the reason they lost that game, in my opinion. Not David Montgomery specifically, but they had too many runs for David. I'm not going to lie. I get that you want to get him back in there. He's back from injury. But, bro, the way Jahmyr Gibbs is playing, I'm giving that guy the ball at least 20 times per game. He had 14 handoffs. I think he had maybe 5 receptions, maybe a few less than that. That guy's got to see the ball 20 times a game if you want to win. I don't know why they put David Montgomery in. I think the very first drive of the game, Lions had the ball. They went 3 and out because they gave it to Montgomery like 2 or 3 times and didn't get the first down. And I'm like, what are you doing? Jahmyr Gibbs is the one who's carrying this offense. But the point I'm trying to make, for next season, the Lions are losing their offensive coordinator and potentially their defensive coordinator. Their offensive coordinator has already left and he has joined the Chicago Bears as head coach. And it looks like the defensive coordinator might become the head coach of the Jets. As of right now, nothing is confirmed. Stuff might be confirmed by the time this video comes out, so if we are late to the news, apologies there. But I can't wait to see what the Lions do next season, bro. Because to, like Q said, you know, you've had this great season, then you lose in the playoffs against the underdog Commanders. Then you lose 2 massive pieces. Because we've said all along their offense, especially their offensive coordinator, like look at the trick plays they were coming up with this year. We'll ignore the J-Mo interception because that was just, you know what I mean? Biggest drive of the year. Fuck it, J-Mo. Launch it, lad. But I love that picture of QB the baby. Whenever anyone does something, they're like, me with the season on the line. Remember in week 18, I think it was, Keenan Allen, or week 17, threw a pick for the Bears. I saw that same tweet and it was like, Keenan Allen, QB the baby. Oh, man. But yeah. So That's the reason I wore the Chicago shirt today, literally just to mention that. Your division, Q, the Packers, the Vikings, the Lions, and it's the Bears, right? And that's the fourth team in your division. So it's crazy for him to go in the same division, you know? That's the biggest part for me that I thought, like, I understand him leaving, getting a head coach job, but in the same division, it's going to be crazy. And I said this last week when the rumors started circulating, but I think the Bears have a solid team. You know, they have the pieces there, definitely. Apart from the O-line. You know, the O-line's looking like, I want to say something rude about the O-line, but you get an O-line, a whole O-line. I was going to say a piece or two on there, but maybe a whole new one, a whole 5-piece, like a box of chicken. Get a whole new O-line, bro. Caleb Williams, unlock his potential. You've got the weapons out there. And yeah, it's going to be exciting to watch your division again next year. You have 3 teams this year with double-digit wins. Imagine the Bears can creep up there too. Wait there.
Yeah.
I don't know if this is possible, but can 4 teams from the same division make the playoffs?
It's possible now, but it hasn't happened yet. I think, like, all hypotheticals, I think the best case scenario for every single team is they could all go 14-3 and like win everything outside of the division and split the divisional games. They'll be 14-3. I'm pretty sure that would guarantee every single team a playoff spot.
Yeah, that would
It'd just be
wild.
hard for the tiebreaker for who gets the number 1 seed.
Yeah, no, that would be crazy to see. I'm already looking forward to next season. You know, I'm starting to watch a bit of college football. Shout out to Ohio State for winning the college championship. That boy Jeremiah Smith, bro, he's a problem. He's a problem.
What were they doing, man? What were they doing on that last play? They got their best freshman wide receiver out there, and they're like, well, he's like all the way over there now. I guess I better start guarding him. Like, what was that? It's the national championship.
Bro, I could not believe that. You know, to leave him in man coverage 1v1, the best receiver on the team.
It's like soft man coverage too.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
Bro, yeah. But he's going to be a problem, bro. Jeremiah Smith. He can't declare for the draft. I think it's 2 more years, right? You've got to be a certain age or a certain year. I don't know how American school years work. I'm sorry. I think you've got to, is it junior or sophomore? I don't know which one it is, but you've got to be that before you can. He's a freshman now, I believe, but you need to be either a sophomore or a junior. I don't know which order it is because I'm not from America. Don't kill me. But yeah, like, so it's got to be at least 2 years before he can declare for the draft, bro. And he's already a problem now. If he gets better every year, he could be a number 1 pick in that year. I mean, it depends. Like, obviously, who's around his draft class time, but bro, I'm starting to watch college ball. Like I say, looking forward to the draft this year and then next season's NFL regular season. I can't wait. I love this sport. It's great. And we've not even had the Super Bowl yet. I'm already well, I guess it's easy to look forward to next season because all 3 of our teams, well, 4 of our teams have been knocked out. How have we got 4 teams and none of us are left? Come on, boys. We need to do better.
I think we still need to record an outro for the episode.
For this episode?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we do. Anything else to add, boys? No?
Nope, just looking to some more great football, and I hope those refs aren't a part of it again.
Don't say that too loud, otherwise you'll be getting flagged. I saw someone tweet just then that the Bills have just been flagged for roughing the passer, and the game's not even kicked off yet. But yeah, let us know in the comments below. Do you agree with our predictions? Do you agree with our top 10 quarterback list? Was that even in this video? I do not know yet. You'll find out when I come to edit it. If you don't know what I'm talking about, check the next video on the channel. It's a top 10 quarterback list of the year. We're going to do predictions for the Super Bowl still. Predictions for NFL honors, including possibly Hall of Fame, but also defensive, offensive, rookie, and player of the year, as well as Super Bowl predictions, Super Bowl MVP, regular season MVP. There's still a long way to go in this NFL season. So if you have enjoyed the NFL content, make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe. Make sure you don't comment the word FIFA. I don't want to hear you say the words F or C in my comments because you'll be getting straight sent to the gulag. Nobody who's commenting FIFA would have even watched this long into the video. So shout out to all the NFL fans still watching. Like, comment, share, subscribe. You know the vibes, and we will catch us next time, people. Take it easy. There we go. Outro done. minor crash out
He's
on
one
the
of the
FIFA
riots.
fans. I don't want to hear you say the words foot or ball.
You'd have
Oh.
like a post-credit clip for 3 seconds. It's just crap. It says, "This one's for you, Q's dad."
Q's dad. I'm thankful for your son, but that was nasty. That was nasty.
Yeah, appreciate the support, Father Q. Made him sound like a church
Q
pastor
Senior.
or something. Made him sound like a reverend there, like Father Q. That's crazy.
Q Senior.